Hello and welcome to Module 4 of That's English.
Hello, my name's Ashley.
And I'm Annabelle. In this module, we're going to continue learning English with our series Park Hotel.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about
the generation gap, la brecha generacional, the generation gap. Ashley, put your phone away. Honestly, young people today, la juventud de hoy.
What do you mean?
I'm joking, Ashley. A trabajar.
Okay.
In this episode, you'll hear the expressions school trip, excursión escolar, and theatre trip, salida al teatro.
Now let's watch. But first, look at this question.
What does Miss Seaford never do in the theatre?
What does Miss Seaford never do in the theatre?
Hi, Clive. There's a school group coming to the hotel this evening. They're on a theatre trip.
My school used to go on theatre trips. We used to go to the Royal Shakespeare Company. It was really good fun. We used to take the train from London to Stratford-upon-Avon.
How old were you?
About 16 or 17. I hardly ever go to the theatre nowadays.
We didn't used to go on any school trips. Well, I used to go to other schools to play basketball.
I'm sure that this school group are okay.
Have you been on these theatre trips before? This is my first trip.
Oh yes, Graham. Have a look at this.
Okay. Number 1. The students mustn't drink alcohol. Really? They're almost adults.
Graham, they're students, and we're looking after them. I know they sometimes drink when they go out, but on this trip, they mustn't.
Okay. You're the boss. Number 2. Students, especially girls, mustn't be alone in London. They must tell us where they are going, and they must give us a mobile phone number. Wow. This is like a primary school trip.
Graham, we never used to have rules. Then 3 years ago, Mr. Anderson lost one of his students. We called the police. They found her in the cinema. So now we have strict rules.
Number 3. Students mustn't leave their rooms after 11:30 p.m. Really?
On my first trip, we used to let the students stay up late. Then they were tired, and they didn't enjoy the trip. And finally, you mustn't leave your rooms after 11:30 p.m.
Is that right, Graham? We mustn't leave our rooms and we mustn't go out late?
Well, yes, Matty, it is. Belinda... Sorry, Miss Seaford is the boss. Those are the rules.
Now, this is a theatre trip. In the theatre, you mustn't talk and you mustn't use mobile phones.
What about texting, Graham?
I sometimes send texts in the theatre. What do you think, Miss Seaford?
When I was young, people never used to have mobile phones. I've got a mobile now, but I never use it in the theatre. I switch it off. Ah, we've arrived! Come on, we mustn't be late for our first play.
Wow, lots of rules.
Yes, but I think rules are important. Now, do you remember the question? What does Miss Seaford never do in the theatre?
I've got a mobile now, but I never use it in the theatre. I switch it off.
That's right. Miss Seaford never uses a mobile phone in the theatre. I think she's right. People use mobile phones too often.
Hello? Hi, Mum. Yeah. Goodbye.
Nathan,
Sorry.
you mustn't use your mobile phone at work.
Annabelle's right. You mustn't. Oh, sorry.
Ashley! In the video, we saw people expressing prohibition. Expresar prohibición. Expressing prohibition. Watch.
Okay. Number 1. The students mustn't drink alcohol.
In the theatre, you mustn't talk and you mustn't use mobile phones. And finally, you mustn't leave your rooms after 11:30 p.m.
We use mustn't or must not to express prohibition.
For example, students must not drink alcohol.
In the theatre, they mustn't talk. Shh. And they must not use mobile phones.
That's right.
You mustn't talk.
Yes, but I...
And you must not argue.
Yes, but I'm just...
OK. Now, let's continue with today's episode. While you watch, try and answer this question. What job does Matthew want to do?
What job does Matthew want to do?
Hello, can I help you?
Hello, we made our reservations online. Crossgate Sixth Form College. I hope there weren't any problems with it. I used to make reservations on the telephone.
I remember those days. Now we all use the internet.
Wow. You old people didn't used to have the internet. How did you contact your friends?
We wrote letters and we had conversations.
Precisely.
Hey, you guys. Did you have a good time this afternoon? Oedipus the King.
That play was so boring. Did the ancient Greeks really used to watch these plays? I can't believe they liked them.
They loved them. Okay. I used to drink when I was on school trips, but I never drank too much.
Graham, we're cool. We go to pubs at the weekend.
Graham, have you seen Matthew and Christina? They're not in their rooms.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about Sophocles and classical theatre earlier. I mean, when I was their age, I never used to be so cool. Things are different now, of course.
Of course. Is this yours, Graham? Why don't we go and look for our students? When I was their age, I used to be in bed by 10 o'clock. Come on.
I've never seen it before in my life.
Oh dear, Christina. When I was a girl, I always used to tell the truth. And I still do. Matthew?
It's Christina's.
I have to say, you're both only 17. You mustn't drink in our hotel. Miss Seaford?
We usually send students home when they break the rules.
I always say that people deserve a second chance.
I agree.
Thank you.
When I was your age, I ran away to Paris and I lived with an artist for 2 years. It was wonderful.
Cool. What about you, Mr. Pickford?
I went directly from school to university.
I want to go to drama school. I want to be an actor.
I was on stage when I lived in New York. I also worked as a lawyer in the 1990s.
Linda, you've done a lot of things.
Well, yes. Now, who wants to come to the theatre?
Yes. Why don't we go and see Electra at the Old Vic Theatre?
No, I think we've had enough tragedy. Today it's Mamma Mia.
Yes! Belinda is a cool teacher.
Yes, she's very cool. And now, it's time to answer the question.
What job does Matthew want to do?
I want to go to drama school. I want to be an actor.
You've got it. Matthew wants to be an actor.
That's right. He wants to go to drama school and be an actor. In the video, we saw people describing habits in the past. Describir hábitos en pasado. Describing habits in the past. Watch.
I used to make reservations on the telephone.
Okay. I used to drink when I was on school trips.
When I was their age, I used to be in bed by 10 o'clock.
Ok, fíjate que para hablar de rutinas en pasado se utiliza used to.
When I was a child, I used to walk to school.
I used to live in Spain. I used to drink tea. Solía tomar té.
That's very English. I used to drink coffee. Look, the negative form is didn't used to or never used to. Watch.
Wow. You old people didn't used to have the internet.
I mean, when I was their age, I never used to be so cool.
When I lived in Spain, I didn't used to drink coffee.
And I never used to drink tea. Y yo jamás tomaba té. When I was a student, I didn't used to have a mobile phone. And I never used to get up early.
But you've got a mobile phone now, and you get up late. Fíjate en el contraste entre used to para expresar hábitos en el pasado y el present simple para hablar de hábitos en el presente.
I used to play football every day after school. Now I watch football on TV at weekends.
I used to talk to people on the telephone.
I used to talk on the telephone, but now I usually send emails.
I used to have a lot of free time. Now I work all the time.
Me too. Did you used to play sports, Ashley?
Oh, yes. And I used to play the guitar.
Really? Do you play the guitar now?
Yes, but I didn't used to play in public, and I don't want to play on TV. Sorry.
OK, Ashley. OK. Well, before we go, let's see what some people answered to this question. Do you think communication between parents and children is different now?
They don't have so much quality time where they have a meal together.
I don't have any children myself, so I can't possibly think that I'm an expert on this subject.
Well, before, I think people seem to have more time. The kids go to their room now on their IT, games, things like that. So I think there's less communication.
I think it's a very different world, and yeah, it's more honest, I'd say.
In Sweden, it has changed quite a lot that you include the children a lot more in the decisions being taken in the family.
I think communication between parents and children is very important.
Yes, that's true. It's fun to have computers and computer games, but it's important to talk too.
Well, that's all we have time for today.
See you next time.
OK. See you next time.